Okay. We ready to go?
In a minute.
It says live on my end.
You know you live, right?
Here we go. Here we go.
Been live for a minute.
We gonna lay it on the table. We gonna lay it on the table. The Donna Show. Here we go. Here we go. This is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show. And this is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show. Welcoming everybody to the Donna Smith Show. This is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show. We do it.
Welcome, everybody. Hey, we just trying something out right there. We are work in progress. Yes, we are. We want to welcome everybody to the show this evening. I want to thank my panel, Gara, Cordell, John Timothy Mims, and JJ Shepherd for being here this evening. And I want you guys to know our video that was just attached to this is a creation and production of JJ Shepherd. And we are a work in progress, but look, we making it happen, okay? It's going to be all good. How y'all doing tonight? Everybody good? Everybody good?
I'm good.
Okay, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you guys to the show. And also let you know that, some of our topics, grown, real life, fabricated life, whatever you want to talk about life, we do it. So we may talk about something that will not fit well with you, but that's okay. Just keep listening, keep watching it. And I'm pretty sure that something is going to make you go, that was pretty interesting right there. You know what I'm saying? So we're not trying to offend anyone. Thank you for
No problem. Oh, you know
I'm
what?
sorry, John.
Can you take the bag? The bag? Okay. That's okay. I'm sorry.
Hello. And how you doing? Anyway, I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. Excuse me for that little interruption. And like I said, anything that we do talk about that does step on your toes is not intentionally. We do understand. Like, share, subscribe, stay on. We talk at least for an hour plus. So we're going to probably go into something that's going to just, shoot your fancy, right? So with that being said, welcome everyone. And to get to beginning of the show here, we got to do our hostess to the mostest welcome toast by everyone. So if you would raise your glasses up, I would appreciate it. So we can click, click, clank. Everybody's there but John.
I'm here
We can't see you.
because I'm driving. So I can't be videoing it.
Okay, I get you.
Right now, not in this spot.
You
mess around.
Okay, everybody, I be safe out there driving, John. Click, 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 click. Let's toast it up, y'all.
Click, click. I got my water bottle.
That's all right. I'm glad you do, my brother. So I wanted to say, y'all, what's going on? I was totally off track with thinking that the Niners played today. This Sunday and sometime Monday stuff be tripping me up. So I'm rushing, trying to run and do everything and handle my business. And I'm like, oh, the game is at 1:30. I don't know how I got that. I got to get back 1:30, 1:35 game. I'm running to the store early. Well, it did get me up and get out a little quicker than I probably would have. But the game is tomorrow, 5:30. Not today. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, anybody else been off track with their days, with their whole, what's going on? Anybody like to share what's been going on with you? Anything you like to share?
I
Anything
got a calendar on my phone, so there's no way that I'm gonna stay off track.
with the Niners?
Not with the Niners. I'm just talking about in general with the days running together. It doesn't necessarily happen for me.
Yeah.
I tend to stick to a strict schedule because, as you can see, I'm working on my music. So
Yeah.
I have a job that I do here, but I also have my side gigs that I'm working on. So
Right on.
I have to be on point with the scheduling and being aware of time, period.
Exactly. And that's very important when you're doing, business projects and, even teamwork efforts, anything, going to work, getting paid. I mean, you have got to be on time. I've heard some people want to dispute and fuss about the fact, well, I was only 1 minute late. Late is late.
Hey, if you
Okay.
5 minutes early, you late in my book. I always try to make sure I get to where I need to be at least 20 minutes ahead of time. So you can
That's
at least
what's
scope
up.
out the area. I make sure I parked at least 20 minutes or to half an hour before I need to get to where I need to go. So I'm not
Yeah.
rushing. Plus, I
That's
want to
real
scope out the
nice.
area. I want
That's
to see what's
real.
going on.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't like rushing. That's the worst thing.
And I mean, because I'm not a morning person, but I have really been trying to correct some things. Let me tell you, I've been working on it. Okay. But I'm more of a PM night person. So it took some adjustment, especially with commuting and everything, because you have to stay ahead of the time. You got to leave earlier. You got to prepare for the heavy traffic on certain days. And then it could be an accident. If it's an accident on the freeway, you really messed up, So, I've learned to kind of adjust some things and get going in the morning time, but it's rough. Early morning is rough for a sister, But I hear you, JJ. You gotta get going and get there even early. And I must say, you do be less stressed when you do that. When you come into whatever you're doing earlier and you can woosah, you can maybe get your coffee, whatever it is you got to do, but you're not rushing, and it's stressful when you running into something, running into a meeting, running into work, running in, and you got 2 minutes to spare. It's a lot of stress behind that. So anyway, let's work on being on time, you guys. Anybody else got anything to share? Anything going on with you? Or anything that you may have heard about or want to talk about? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it on the Donna Smith Show. Here we go. Y'all mean to tell me you didn't had a whole week go by and ain't got nothing that you want to talk about? What about the 100-degree weather we've had and the earthquake drills and it rained today?
I don't know nothing about that out here in Colorado. It's been nice weather out here, and we don't have no earthquakes. Not that we could feel anyway. I'm sure there's earthquakes everywhere.
And somebody just won the Super Lotto in West Sacramento.
Well, it wasn't me.
Man, I wish it was you, Cordell. But it was some little store over there that they the one. And did you guys hear about the guy in California in Visalia? Is that how you say it? Visalia, California, that bought some scratch offs in the store and asked the clerk to pick them for him. He asked the clerk to pick the scratch offs for him because he didn't really know which ones to buy, or that was, the going thing. And that man won $10 million off of a scratch off that the clerk picked.
I've asked the store clerk to do, when I used to buy tickets, I used to ask the store clerk, can you pick some for me? Because I don't know what I want. So that would have been some awesome luck for me if I were to happen to win, even if it was 100K. You know,
Yeah.
how much you say, $10 million?
He won 10 million, and he chose to take, he played on a scratch off called the 200X, California 200X, and he chose the lump sum amount, so he only got 5.8 million.
Yeah, they can
taking
still
the
get in the
lump sum
taxes.
because the federal
Yeah.
taxes hit him up, and the owner of the store got 50K.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I would give the store owner some money. We're gonna be good friends.
Well, the store owner gonna get some money anyway. Anywhere you buy your, wherever you buy your ticket and you win, I don't care if it's a little radio
the store
shack.
clerk gets the money. Oh, okay, that's what's
the store gets it. But I would have not given them probably half, but I would have given that clerk something.
I would have given the clerk something.
If not, if maybe a $500,000, maybe something just to say, man, thank you. You know, because I mean, it was fate. They won, they right place, right time. But at the same time, this person picked these tickets for you, right? So you want to be able to show them some type of thankfulness.
Yeah, I also don't want your family coming after me trying to get me because I didn't give you a piece of the pie.
That's right.
So
but I mean, what do you guys think
you
about
know
that?
What
do you think about that?
For one, if you were, it's two ways to look at that. Two, one, you can buy that ticket, you bought the ticket, say you bought the ticket in San Bernardino, and you headed over and you decided to come back home to the Bay Area, you know, and you won. We know the retailer is going to get whatever they get. So, plus two, even when he get it, he wouldn't know who bought that ticket. He wouldn't know who bought that ticket. Another two, but now you can look at it this way. If you won, just say you got $5 million, $10 million, and you won, you took it, you took your lump sum, $5 million. Would it really hurt to give him $2 million?
Well, it wouldn't hurt. I would give him $1 million. I would give him $500,000 to $1 million.
Yeah,
that's me personally. But $2 million wouldn't hurt either.
Because it was his hands. He wouldn't picked it. I mean, for me to not have, let's just say to have nothing. And I asked this man to pick me some tickets, or this woman, and they picked me these tickets, and I won off that ticket. I would probably, I'm just saying how I feel. I would probably take the lump. I would take the lump so I can give him half or what have you. And I still got $2 million. What have I lost which I never had at first? And how do I know? I'm just based on my faith. God didn't work through this man's hand to bless me.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it. You know, you say he worked through some folks, and however he decided to bless you is every time we find a quarter or something, that don't mean God is dropping blessings all like that. But I'm just saying, but if he decided he want to bless you that way, he bless you that way. And who am I to say, based on my faith, just through this man, because if he wouldn't have picked him, then what? There's so many other possibilities after that. And one is, I probably wouldn't have been the winner.
I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities. He could have picked it himself if it was for him to win.
No, but
if God had it for him to win, he was gonna win regardless, right?
No, that's not true.
Why not?
No, what I mean is, we can say if God has it for you to get this, he's lining this up. You got to understand, he lines it up the way he lines it up. So if he lined it up through this man, then that man is still the part of the way God did it. So in other words, the man could have placed, it could have been to where, hey, you know what, this man did it or what have you. But the whole fact is someone did something for me that I didn't do for myself. And look what I had received through it.
I get it. And that's why I think that the clerk definitely should be given something. Everybody, I mean, what do you guys think? Everybody has their own opinion. I say I would have given $500,000 to 1 million. John say 2 million. What do you guys think? What would you have done? You would have gave him half?
Yeah.
Okay, very generous, very generous.
No,
What
not
about
half.
you, Court? What about you, JJ?
Not half.
No, not half. I would give them some, but not half.
Not half.
Yeah.
You gonna live comfortable. You're gonna be able to at least buy a house or something like that. You're not gonna be sitting stranded somewhere. You ain't gonna get no little chump change. You're gonna be comfortable, but you're not gonna get no. You ain't gonna get no million. So,
You also, if you got 5.8 million,
Maybe
if you
you
got
have
5.8 million and you gave the person who picked the ticket $1 million, you still left with 4.8 million.
I'm gonna ask something. Do you who believe in karma?
I believe in karma.
Yeah, we all do. So
I don't know. Some people don't. A lot of people don't. So I'm just asking. So I think about charisma. So based on my fact, like I said, on my faith, the Holy Spirit is considered to be charismatic. And in that, if he's working through something, because God says he blesses us abundantly to be able to share with others.
Ooh. I'm sorry, I've got a spider on my wall and I can't do it. But I'll be right back. You got to die, spider.
Oh Lord.
All right.
I don't know what happened to John.
I'll wipe the spider off the wall later.
Oh my God, you smushed it.
I had to.
Say the spider off the
Okay, if you outside my window or something, that's your business. But you inside my house, you gotta go. You gotta die.
Oh Lord,
you crawling all over my clothes and stuff, my blankets and pillows.
So if I come to visit you, I better visit you from outside the window.
You're not a spider. That's a whole nother thing. This is a big
you
old
may
spider.
get squished, John.
Normally, if I was in my peaceful mode, I grab a little jar out the cabinet and let it crawl into the jar. I'm on the Donna Smith show. I ain't got time for all that. I got to smash the bug and come back and sit in my seat and drink my libation real quick.
That's right. That's right, JJ. High five. Bye-bye, spider. Don't come around no more on a Sunday.
We'll see you next lifetime.
Oh, hello. So, Cordell, so Gareth said half. John said 2 million. I said 1 million. And Cordell and JJ
more like $1 million, but he's gonna get something. It's not like you're ungrateful. He's gonna be treated well, but half is a little extreme, I think. That's just me.
Okay. Well, I think the blessings comes for all of them, the store owner, the person who won, and the person who picked out the ticket. Everybody's going to have more than they had before they played that game, right? So that's where the blessings come. And it came through this other person, which we don't know if it would have happened if he had picked his own ticket. We don't know, right? But like John says, sometimes God blesses through others. And that may be the way he was supposed to win that,
Oh, and then it could backfire. You giving the money to the store clerk, they might blow the money and then feel like you're responsible for them or something like that. People sue happy nowadays, so they'll take you to court and be like, you should have gave me more money or what have you. You know, there's all kinds of angles that you
I
can
don't
look at
think
it
they would
from.
get much out of that because that's, I mean, how can you sue somebody as saying you should have gave me more money because I
People
picked
do
out
it.
the
There's
ticket?
people suing their parents saying you shouldn't have had me been born in this world knowing how effed up it is. I'ma sue you. And these children have won. But I ain't gonna sue my dad because he ain't got no money. I'm gonna sue
Yeah,
him
you
for
got to
it.
be careful you got to be careful who you suing too, because you may be waiting a lifetime to get paid. So you got to be careful about who you're suing. You know what I'm saying? So moving right along, you guys. What about E40? E40 got the keys. Congratulations, E40s. The keys to the city of Vallejo. There's a street named after him now called E40 Way
Okay.
in Vallejo, California. Congratulations, my brother.
Ooh, is Vallejo still bankrupt though? Just wondering. I haven't done any research on that. I haven't done any recent research. Should I Google this? Is Vallejo
That's
still
not
bankrupt?
yeah, Google it, JJ, because I don't know if they bankrupt or not. I
I
mean,
just thought I just
people
sprinkle
are bankrupt everywhere, my brother, but
Yeah,
I don't know if
you gonna
Vallejo
sprinkle
is.
it, huh,
I
JJ?
just sprinkle you, man.
Gonna sprinkle it.
With that
So
one.
y'all wrong. We trying to congratulate a brother.
No,
Y'all
I'm
talking.
just playing. I just playing. Vallejo was bankrupt. Last time I was there, it was a lot of empty downtown buildings. I'm like, man, this town has so much potential. And they
Yeah.
bankrupt. They were actually Vallejo was the first city in the United States to claim bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And then Oakland started doing their books, and I think Oakland was trying to do bankruptcy at one point. This is back in 2010, if I'm not mistaken.
2010.
Yeah, back in 2010, 2009, 2010, Vallejo was considered bankrupt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of bankruptcy going on nowadays. Folks are struggling. It's hard out here.
It was 2008 when Vallejo filed for bankruptcy.
Wow. The whole city, huh?
I was this close. Yep, it was Vallejo.
The city of Vallejo, huh?
Yeah, Vallejo. Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's on pbs.org.
Well, they gave brother a street, so it's gonna be greater later. Now, don't you think it may make a difference?
Yeah, there's an article saying that they're looking at after filing they filed Chapter 9 in Vallejo in 2008, and this article is from 5 years ago.
Wow.
Talking about that.
Did you know Vallejo that, John?
Yeah, Vallejo you got to look right now. Vallejo is being assisted by the Solano Highway Patrol in that area. They had, when Mirror Island closed, the property went straight down. I used to live right there on Grant and Orange. Where I lived on Orange.
Mm-hmm.
Orange and Grant. So a lot of people started bailing. Real estate started going down. There wasn't really nothing coming in. Mm-hmm. It got so bad, the police force was practically damned to nothing. Mm-hmm. And even to this very day, they still suffering.
They have a shortage in there for police.
No, they have more than a shortage. So you say that like you say, Oakland got a shortage or San Francisco got a shortage. Denver got a.
No, they got a shortage in policemen
across the United States.
Vallejo
officers are quitting left and right.
Yeah, but Vallejo is so bad. Neighboring police services, the highway patrol, and everything else have to support them in everything that's going on.
I wonder why is it that they have such a shortage? Is it a hiring freeze, or nobody wants to work for the Vallejo Police Department?
Revenue. City revenue. Mm-hmm. You gotta have money for your budget. Mm-hmm. Everybody got a budget. Fire department, police department. Mm-hmm. School board.
Yeah, well, I hope it works out because I know they say they only respond to certain calls now.
What causes that? Because I know.
I guess it gotta be real serious. You gotta be, laying down, barely breathing or something, I guess.
Yeah.
But for you
All
to
that
call
shooting
and
and
say,
stuff, all the shooting and stuff that's going on over there. A friend of mine lives over there right off of Wilson. I would stay a couple nights, stay the night at his house or something, like say went on the weekend. And see, the room was upstairs towards the front of the house. So that in that part, because he's on that Wilson Street on that side. So the window faces the front is from the front of the house, but it goes back like facing towards 37, where all the other buildings are and where all where the action is. So all I would hear, I mean, it's been nights where it's about to go down. Because you hear these loud voices of these female loud voices. What? Then you start the next thing you know, cat. I like God, dog. Nobody come to fisticuffs no more, Garrett.
That's terrible, though. I mean, that's scary.
Scared to lose a fight.
That's what makes Friday a classic movie, because they were talking about this 30 years ago almost. So
about the shortage in officers?
No, about people not doing fisticuffs. They pulling out the gun.
Wow.
There was just a scene that was depicted of that in the episode of Force the other night, where this young guy was being bullied by these neighborhood kids, and he learned some boxing tips, right? So he was going home, and the guy approached him, and he ended up whipping the guy up a little bit, but his homeboy gave him a gun, and he shot him.
Yeah, coward.
Couldn't take
a butt whooping.
Yeah, couldn't take the beat down.
The cold part, Cordell is not behind pride, because they never did establish any when it came to something like that.
Yeah.
So it's not behind pride, it's cowardness.
Yeah.
You messed around and see, when you have a heart of willing to say, okay, let's just handle this man to man, for instance. Right?
Right.
But when you don't have that type of heart and you go into something and you get your butt whooped, you almost feel like as if you've been, I don't know, tied up, leathered, and as if dominatrix that took over you.
You know what it is, though, John? I think what happens now is that guys don't want to get punked. They don't want to be, egos are so inflated. When something like that happens and they take a loss, they can't deal with it. So in order to take a loss, I got to do something really drastic. Back in the day, you took a loss. But, the next time, either y'all became the best of friends, or it might be the other way around. You're going to take a loss.
Might come to fisticuffs again.
Yeah, So, but nobody lost no life, Still, you just got up, maybe got a Band-Aid here or there, but next thing you know, we're still playing football, baseball, whatever it is. But, it's just the reaction of your hands. Who got the fastest hands?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cordell, even when you catch somebody by themselves, you know how it is.
Yeah,
you're loud in the group, or you get embarrassed. That embarrassment and so you let your peers put that, because see, dude handed him the gun, right?
Right.
See, you let your peers dictate how you should get. Other than that, because I know, like Cordell, like you're saying, Back in the day, we would have been like, okay, I'm gonna catch up with you again. You got me now. I mean,
Yeah.
like we either gonna kick it or I'm gonna catch up with you again.
Right.
And that's the bottom line. I had
Yeah.
this dude I used to play baseball with, Raven Hart. this
You're so
oh,
funny. You're so funny.
man,
You're laughing about it now.
let me tell you, when we played baseball together, oh, you couldn't touch us, man. We had one killer game up there in Potrero Hill. Boy, you couldn't touch us when we played baseball. But God dog it, we would fight damn near every other day. We fought damn near for a whole semester, man.
Wow.
He just would want to fight every time he would see me. He just want to fight. He
Yeah.
got on the bus one time, and I wasn't even tripping. I'm on the bus because I'm up here cupcaking with my little girlfriend, trying to get over to the Japantown, take my little girlfriend home. And I go to get off the bus, and who get off the bus behind me? I didn't even know. He stepped off. I get off the bus. We go to walk up the hill a little bit, and this fool had already punched me in the back of the head.
Oh, he wanted some of you.
It was all the time. You know, but see, ain't nobody grabbed nothing to try to kill nobody or tear nobody up. We just threw them down. But for me, I mean, I got tired of it, but I accepted it as well because give me a chance to work on my skills, correct? Get these shoulders to form from these shoulders, boy. So, you know,
Yeah.
even to this age right now, oh, I can put these humps on somebody. Don't get me twisted.
Oh, you can break them off.
Major flashbacks, huh?
1, 2, break it off.
You could break your foot off.
No, I ain't break. I ain't gotta break my foot off. I'm still good with these hands. I'm good with these hands. These hands, guys. Am I? I'm good with these hands. Now I done took some. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I done been cracked in the jaw, nose, eye. I even got karate chopped in the throat. But and that came from a girl, Cordell.
Dang, you got some violent.
The karate chopped me in the throat real quick. She told me to shut up. I said, "Shut me up." She was. I didn't say a word. Well, I kept and gagged.
You probably couldn't even talk.
I couldn't breathe.
Ooh.
She could have shut off your messed up your jugular.
Yeah, that's domestic violence, bro.
Man.
Well, you know, it's funny.
Indeed, every kid in school should be tried for domestic violence.
If that was the case, I'll still be in jail. Yeah, it's crazy. But you learn certain skills, even though you're doing some things that mold yourself as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
Teach yourself how to survive, use your wits to get away from certain things. But these days, people's egos really take over, and people in their ear make them do things that they normally wouldn't do. So,
yes, it's way different now. Way different.
Oh.
You know, people are more quick to just. You know, I mean, I remember when you used to just set up a fight, you would say, well, you know, after school, we about to, you know, get down.
Yep,
Even
exactly.
You probably JJ too, back in your Oakland High days and this and that. I mean, y'all would set up fights.
What was that movie with Ice Cube and they do schoolyard fight?
yeah.
Talking about that when the teacher was fighting.
That's called fist fight.
And he was talking about, I'll meet you in the playground.
And you know, you be in the office trying to tell them they gonna beat me up after, and they have you calling your mama or your daddy, and you know, so you can get picked up. But it was about throwing down with the fist, with the hands. It wasn't all this like it is now. It's you piss somebody off. They trying to take your tennis shoes and you don't give them up. They got something for you. you know, it's rough out here for our young generation, especially high school. Woo wee.
Yeah, let's just say I'm glad social media wasn't prominent when I was in high school. That's all I'm gonna say.
Can you imagine all the filming with the phones and stuff being blasted on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook?
I had a friend of mine, she threw a chair at me in class, and she ended up breaking one of our classmates' glasses. And the little girl was like, y'all gonna pay for my glasses? We was like, no, we won't. You shouldn't have left your glasses on the table. You saw her pick up the chair. First thing I would have did was grab my glasses.
May I ask you what class was that?
I was in art class, but my friend is ratchet. She always been ratchet. She was fighting over some petty stuff, and she threw a chair at me.
Are y'all still friends?
Yeah, we still friends. We still good friends.
Most fights are always over something petty anyway. So
Yeah, it was something stupid. It was just something stupid.
Yeah, well, I tell you, I can fight, but I don't like to, but I can. I can throw down if I have to.
I can hit you with garbage
I
cans
don't
like
like
all
to
the
fight.
night.
Yes, I don't. I do not like to fight.
no.
I don't like to fight because I get scared for two things. I don't like pain, and I don't want nobody giving me no pain. And two, I'm afraid of myself hurting somebody, and I
Right.
end up in trouble, you know, or I end up hurting them. Because it's been times where when I'm gone, and that's the bottom line. You know, I ain't trying to pick on nobody. You can call me all kind of MFs. You can call me whatever you want to call me. That don't bother me. But once you threaten me, you know, you got me like, oh shoot, now that scaredness, that little fear kick in. Like, oh, this person might try to do. Now I'm all up in my head. I'm pumping up. I'm having a game plan. I'm huddling up in my brain for real. And I'm thinking everything I'm gonna do. It ain't no rules and no fighting.
Yeah.
Shoot. If I have to chew your face off, or if I have to, hell, I don't care.
Bite your ear off like Mike Tyson.
I don't want to fight. Huh?
I said bite your ear off like Mike Tyson.
I sure will. Oh, I done bit before. Don't get me right. I ain't lying. I ain't ashamed of that.
I don't know about biting no ears off. That's just
I bit the hell out of a sucker and
like
shook him.
Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield making money off of that. They got ear gummies that they selling that's got
Shut up. Are you serious?
I'm serious. Go look it up.
That's Mike's product. Yeah.
Ear gummies.
Mm-hmm.
Do they get you high or something? Are they marijuana gummies?
I think some of them are. Because that's the business
Mike Tyson's in a dispensary. He's got his own label or brand or whatever you want to call it.
Oh my God.
It's funny. I saw the picture. They posed where Evander Holyfield standing and looking at the camera, and Mike is acting like he about to bite his ear off again. I'm like, all right.
You know what? You know, it's a hot mess out here. But whatever sells, you know, people do what they do. I just don't see. I mean, that's something to be embarrassed about if you ask me. But if folks like it, why not push it, right?
Right.
Why not push it? Okay, well, good luck with that, Mike. Moving right along. Let's do our inquiring minds want to know question of the evening.
Let me grab my notepad.
It's a nice, short but sweet one. It's something to make you think about.
I moved a lot of things around from my studio, so here we go. We'll just use this.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I will just use this composition notebook. That's fine.
I did that one last time. Let me see. Okay, so the movie Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. Remember that one?
Yeah.
How do you grown folks feel about the rule they had in the movie, waiting 90 days before you get the nookie. Is this realistic in this day and age, or even doable? I'm thinking about trying this with a new love interest. My friend says that it's game playing for a 45-year-old woman whose clock is ticking to be waiting 90 days. What do you think, grown folks?
Oh, that's not much. Okay.
Does she have any kids?
Well, I don't know. This is about getting the nookie and waiting 90 days before giving up the nookie. So I don't know if she has kids or not, but it's about her sexual gratification and hunger, I guess. She's into somebody, and she's thinking about making them wait 90 days to follow some of these rules in that movie. What do you guys think about the 90-day rule?
Has she
I
ever
know
been
personally.
married?
Sorry.
I was just saying, have she ever been married? Okay, so
She
we don't
didn't
know
disclose.
much. We
She
don't know
didn't
much about
disclose that.
this
Well,
guy.
I mean, tell me what
She has a new lover. She wants to make him wait 90 days, right?
Yeah, she has a new lover. Yes.
So should her lover wait 90 days as well with her? Don't take her out to dinner. Don't take her out to breakfast. Don't buy her nothing for 90 days. Don't show her any kind of affection.
So is he doing all those things because he wants to get the nookie?
No.
Or is he
I'm
doing
saying-
those things because
wait,
he's into her?
This is what I'm saying. Because if they both into each other, he has to wait 90 days to be intimate with her. What does he have to wait for? She needs to wait 90 days to do certain things.
He's not getting it. If she's not giving it, he's not getting it.
Hold on, Gorilla trying to say something.
This is the way how men would think on this. For me, as a man, to pursue a woman, she wants certain things within 90 days, right? She wants to go on a date, wants to go out, she wants this, she wants that, she wants probably her nails done, she wants her hair done. So should I wait 90 days to do all those certain benefits? Because I'm not her husband. I'm just somebody that's interested. But we're both adults. We're over 40. Don't know if she has any kids or not. So should I invest my money and time in this person that's not knowing what they want to do for 90 days? Or should we just
if you're really into this woman and wanting to get to know her and pursue her, you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, being yourself, whether you're getting a nookie or not. You're gonna still take her out.
Most men would think that way, but after 90 days, this woman could say, "Hey, I'm not feeling you. I'm out of here." After you had maybe gone on a trip, taking her out to dinner, taking her to music shows, doing a lot of things with her, which you thought your relationship with her was gonna blossom into something else, but it didn't. It fizzled out. So could it be that 90 days could be work both ways? One, benefit him as well. Maybe they just get to know each other for 90 days without any investment on his behalf. Two, in terms of financial gain or monetary gain, just spending time, and as John would say, old-fashioned 40 without much to do.
I mean, but then what would you, I think morally, first of all, Gareth, let's hear what you have to say. Mine can come last.
Spending my money on you. You break me up.
Oh, if you spending your money on her, she's gonna break you off.
You break me up.
See?
Hey, this is getting deep. Okay.
Hey,
so,
Donnell Jones got songs about it. He got a song called "Put Me Down." If I lace you, I don't want to mess up the lyrics, but if I give you all the things you like, when you gonna put me down? When you gonna? How long is it gonna take for you to for me to hit that? That's basically what the song is about. It's a nice upbeat club song or whatever you dance, but the lyrics is letting, hey, if I do all this stuff for you, when you gonna let me hit that? So
but is it okay? So okay, I get it. I'm not being argumentative about that. What I'm trying to understand is, why does it have to be contingent upon getting a nookie for you to do the things that you, if it's in your heart to do, to pursue this person? If this person, they may have morals, they may just, some people want to wait until they married. Some people want to wait until pretty much locked in, whatever the situation. But
you might wait till marriage. You might wait till marriage and find that you're not even sexually compatible. Now y'all both miserable because y'all don't wait until marriage because y'all didn't try nothing out. I mean, not to diss people's religion and all of that, but let's be realistic here. You want to try some stuff out first. Make sure y'all good together first. You don't want to just.
But what's wrong with wait 90 days?
I think the overall message is to just give it some time. Don't just,
don't give it a time limit. Just give it time that you both are ready.
Let things flow naturally instead of just trying to jump into the bed with somebody. I think that's what the overall message is that he's trying to convey. But people need a time limit. And so I guess 90 days is like, okay, for some people that's plausible. For some people that's realistic to them. But for honey toads like me, I'm gonna need and we can wait a month. A month is extreme. But after a month,
you ain't gonna wait 90 days.
90 days, I'll be like, you know what? I already probably was messing with somebody in the interim of waiting for you. Like, and that's just what it is. Like,
but okay, Cordell and Gareth made an interesting point. Gareth said if he's doing all this, you gonna be giving up something, right? Cordell made an interesting, brought forth an interesting thought of, well, okay, if she wants to wait 90 days, or perhaps him, maybe it's a man that wants to wait 90 days. Then you should stop doing the things that you would do if you felt as though you was gonna get the nookie quicker. So is it about getting a nookie, or is it about getting to know that person and letting them know that you really are into them? Because the nookie and all that is gonna fall into place if you got a keeper and it's that right person for you and there's morals attached to it, you're gonna get all the nookie you ever wanted once you get into that thing the right way. You know what I'm saying?
There's really two approaches to this thing. If two people over the age of 40 have emotional ties to each other, anything is going to happen because they're emotional, their hearts are into each other, they're feeling each other. This is going to happen, like JJ said, naturally. It's just going to happen.
Yes.
It's not going to take 90 days or 6 months or whatever. Maybe it will, but it's going to happen organically.
Right.
So you don't have to put a timetable on it. But if she's saying, well, this book said I got to do it for 90 days, I got to wait 90 days. Well, that's on you, girlfriend. You're not following your heart and your own process. But if you had a conversation with that individual and said, hey, this is what I'd like to do. I want to get to know you for the first 90 days, and we'll go Dutch on most everything. We'll just take this slow.
But wait. Why you gotta go? Why you gotta go Dutch?
Let me finish. We'll take this
What's
slow.
wrong with going Dutch?
Like two friends getting to know each other. And after 90 days, we'll reevaluate where we are.
I agree.
Let's talk about it.
You know, what's wrong with
Let's
going
talk
Dutch?
about sex, baby.
I don't
I see
understand why
John
that's
ain't
wrong.
said a word.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about sex.
Hey. What's wrong with going Dutch?
Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with going Dutch. But I believe the first 3 dates that that the man he's courting or dating this woman that he's trying to get to know and impress her or whatever he's doing. You shouldn't be going Dutch on the first 3 dates.
So now you're putting a number on it. If anything, if they're trying to really understand each other, they're over 40 and they know what they want to do.
Yeah.
If they both agree to this agreement, they can wait 90 days. It should be, hey, well, I'll tell you what, I'll pay the first date, you treat the next date. I'll pay the 3rd date, you treat the next date. It's got to be a give and take. It can't be all one-sided.
Well, I think that's fair. I'm not saying it should be one side. What I'm saying is that
you said
why should it be contingent if men are hunters, they're pursuers. When they're interested in a woman, they go for what they want. So because she wants to wait before having sex with you, you're gonna fall back and hold back from really pursuing her because she does not want to have sex right away with you. Then that's built on something totally different.
No, what I'm saying is this: if that's the case, I have no problem with pursuing her, but I'm not going to invest a lot of money into her. Because that 90 days could easily just come.
So a lot of money get invested when you start to hit it.
Donna.
No, don't turn the words.
No,
I'm
asking.
That's not what he's saying, though.
He said he's not going to invest a lot of money.
Donna, this is what I'm saying to you. You're saying I'm going to make a man wait for 90 days before I could be intimate with him, regardless. Right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what this person is saying. I'm not saying it.
I understand. What I'm saying is that could it be too for the man to say, hey, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I'm just gonna approach you and pursue you to a point. And I hope you understand I'm not gonna invest some money into you as I would otherwise, because you're making me wait 90 days. I'm not going to invest my money into you for 90 days. I'm not going to invest a lot of time.
I wouldn't even say that. I agree with that, but I wouldn't even announce that because that's
no way a man should say that.
It's going to cause these facial expressions that Miss Donna's doing right now.
A man should never say that.
She turned her face all kinds of different ways.
Why not? Because
if you are a Cordell,
who said so?
If you are pursuing her and enter, I'm not saying go out and buy her a damn 4 acres and a mule, but I'm saying that you need to do the gentlemanly things to pursue her if you're into her.
Donna.
If you are into her, it shouldn't be about the nookie.
Is she into me? Is she into me?
Yes, she's into you because she's showing interest in you too.
No, she didn't say that in the letter. She said, maybe we'll make her wait 90 days. That's
She
all we
didn't say
heard.
she wasn't interested in him. She did not say that.
I met a guy, I met a lover. 90 days, I'm making wait for first to be intimate.
I'm
You're
gonna tell
over-
you what. I'm gonna tell you what.
You're
She
over
said.
40, possibly. I'm gonna just put this out there. Possibly, you have kids, maybe one, maybe two. Possibly. So 2 people came out your body already, but you maybe like 90 days.
Say that again. What you say, Mister?
2 people already came out of your body. You gonna make me wait 90 days.
You know what, Cordell?
But you feel
You're
it,
not thinking logically.
but you're feeling me.
You're on
feeling
something
me.
else.
No,
Man, you
feeling
on
me.
some
I'm
other
feeling you,
bandwagon,
but I'm going
man.
90 days. Come on.
I get it. Okay, I'm gonna say 2 statements. One, I kind of hear what Cordell is saying, and Cordell, if I'm wrong, it's almost like a reverse double standard. I mean,
Yeah.
preventing a double standard, but creating like this reverse with it to where, okay, it's like saying, no, I don't want to be your girlfriend or I don't want to be your boyfriend, but I want the benefits of that to come from you. So that's like, person, no, I don't want to be your boyfriend, but I still want you to do this for me, do this for me, do that for me, do this for me. So I hear Cordell kind of saying, well, I'm gonna wait 90 days. I want to wait 90 days. And Cordell said, well, okay then. Well, in this 90 days, I'm going to kind of back off. I'm not going to be so aggressive
Generous.
in
Let's just say
a
generous.
boyfriend role. Oh, God dog, Cordell, boy, you made my heart feel good with that shirt you got on, boy. My heart just warmed up so hard. Oh Lord. Anyway,
All right, man.
I love that shirt, boy. Okay, but so it's kind of like, well, okay, because I can see someone saying, well, if I'm going to kind of back or kind of preserve myself this way, and the other one say, well, I'm going to kind of preserve myself this way, then okay, it's kind of prevents one saying, but then receiving all the things that the other is trying to offer, regarding towards trying to, I don't want to say impress or what have you, but to build, that you would do because you call yourself, believe you're going forward, you're building on something. But my whole thing about the whole 90-day, 30 days, 6-day time limit, you should, love at first sight. No, you don't know if you're in love for this and this. Everybody rely on time. Time that is set does not promote an absolute.
Right.
It does not promote an absolute. You cannot tell me, oh, once we wait 90 days, this is going to happen. Or if I wait 6 months, I'll know that I'm in love with a person. Or if I do this, time does not promote an absolute. The only thing, if they want to know, if they want to kick it and they spend time with each other, quality time, not petty over no petty stuff in between, but spending quality time, and just enjoying each other, learning, because learning is going to be a lifetime anyway, and just learning each other. What'll happen is things. See, the thing that doesn't operate on time, there's one thing that doesn't operate on time, and that's when it's organic.
Yeah,
When it just happens, so that's how you have first love at first sight. That's how you have people who come together. And some people, they may not intentionally wait to get married. It just happened like that. And when they got married, they probably didn't just jump in to be, oh, let's have sex because we're married. But it was probably because of their love for one another, the passion and everything, and it became organic and it led to it, and it's nonstop. But we say, okay, we're gonna wait 90 days. What 90 days gonna determine? Especially if it ain't nothing behind it. Because if you don't have no real connection, you ain't trying to connect with the person. And I don't care, even if it don't work out, in other areas. The whole thing is when you cool with people, you and that person became cool. Y'all can laugh, y'all can have conversation. You're supportive, encouraging of one another, whatever. And that time come and it's organic. All that stuff that you've built up between each other unconsciously is going to come out through your actions with one another, in your affection and everything. And it's going to shine. But when you say, okay, well, hey, this the 90 days, let me start kicking off my shoes and everything, well, that's going to be a terrible performance.
Well, it
On
may
both
not
ends.
happen right after
Probably on
90
both.
days.
Well, but I'm just saying it don't matter if it's the 95th day. Time set does not dictate, or it doesn't provide you anything. That's what I'm saying. So how many
Well, it
couples
made for
think
that
about how many
person.
people think about how many people who are still married who probably didn't even wait 9 days. Who probably didn't even wait 9 days. But the thing is, we put it on 90 days. As if not only is time the determiner, but sex. Like sex is supposed to determine where we go. And that's what it's becoming to. Like arrested. So I'm telling you. All that you gotta
I
wait
think
till
it's a matter of being respectful of another person's values and direction. And I don't think because they want to wait for whatever their reasons are, you shouldn't stop being the person that you are if you are truly into that person.
Well, let me put it this way.
You should respect.
Yeah, but the whole thing I'm saying is organic. That statement right there it would be irrelevant because for one, I'm not asking you or pressuring you, and so therefore for two, you ain't got no reason to tell me 90 days. We just kicking it and we're enjoying each other. We building on each other, and it happens
Well,
on its
she
own.
said she's thinking about trying this with her new love. She didn't say she was going to tell them that. She may come up with whatever her excuse is.
I
She may
understand
tell.
that, but we're talking about the subject is 90 days. That's the subject, right? Subject is 90 days. That's the problem.
Tell him. She's going to work that plan for 90 days. She's not going to tell him.
Or whatever.
It's just going to get worked.
And really, let's put it for her. See, you got to think 90 days, you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to wait 90 days. You don't think some people are applying pressure onto themselves by sitting that time as well? Because now they may put themselves through something that they're really not ready, even if the 90 days. But the thing is, you're letting time instead of your heart and your mind make the decision. And when things should happen, we letting time dictate to us how something gonna do. And some people think that, well, nighttime, boy, I can't wait to go home and get home and eat dinner and go to bed and make love to my woman. Shoot, I can't wait to get home, kick in the door 3:30 in the afternoon and make love to her. And shoot, might throw it back down at 5:30. I mean? Time don't have nothing to do with nothing. And until we eliminate that, where we sit in this, well, I'm gonna wait to do this, we not only make it an issue or some type of pressure or whatever for the other person, but unconsciously we do it for ourselves. Because now I feel I have to, okay, the time is here. And I told myself I was going to wait until then. Well, I'm going to go through it. And then all of a sudden you all messed up because you screwing because it's 90 days. And your heart ain't even prepared.
Well, I just think that it should be respected. If you're into the person, you will respect how they feel. Some people are celibate. They want to be celibate until they get married. If that's not for you, then you don't need to talk to that person.
Celibacy is different though. When we talk celibacy, that deals, there's a lot more entailed with that. Because when we do talk about marriage, we're talking about coming before God and being married and taking, that's different. But see, 90 days can start in January and take you through March, or it can start in April and take you, it has nothing to do with any of that. And it's not the same. Celibacy is something that I'm living. 90 days, celibacy really is saying I made the choice to say no. 90 days put me in a position to where I can say yes or no. There's two different things.
And that's a person's right to say yes or no.
We got that. We know that. But what I'm saying is, why are we sitting up here, dealing with time to make a determination or to dictate what we're going to do? If you want to learn, you want to be with a person, you're interested in someone, be with that person, learn that person, spend time, talk with, hang with, whatever. And trust me, when your mind know or whatever, shoot, you give it up. Or he'll give it up. However it go, it'll work to where you both want to give it up at the same time. Not one want to get it and the other one
Well,
don't.
yeah, when you both have that chemistry and the timing is right for the both of you.
But how do chemistry come? Do chemistry come through 90 days, or because you guys are
Well,
spending
I
quality
think that
time
people
visiting
come
each
up
other?
with that concept because perhaps, especially with women, sometimes if you sleep with a man too fast, a lot of times they end up being by themselves after the fact. So they may want to try it differently the next time because it's like, once I gave it up, he didn't want to be bothered no more. He didn't
Do we
want to
got
deal,
percentages? I wonder what the percentage is on after the 90 days.
I don't know.
How did that come out? Because it doesn't. Because if you two is not connecting, it don't matter. Because that you can think about people say, "Oh, we've been friends for all this time," and then they become in a relationship, and then there's nothing. But they've been knowing each other for longer than 90 days. They've been knowing each other for years.
And that can happen.
It's all about the two people being able to just say, trust me, your soul's gonna know when you coming together and wanting to be together and wanting to do something. It ain't got nothing to do with the calendar. That's third party. That's what I call.
Well, that's
playing in the third party.
That's your opinion, and that's good. I respect that. That's your opinion. I respect Cordell's. That's his opinion. I respect Gareth.
It's just an opinion. The thing
everybody has an opinion, and that's cool. And
one thing's for sure with this 90-day plan, time is not going to wait for nobody. It's going to always move. Even if they agree on 90 days or not, it's always going to move. 90 days just puts a deadline on two people to say, yes, I'm going to go, or no, I'm not going to go. That's all. It doesn't really say much about how they feel about each other. So really it's up to that individual that wrote the email, the man to say yes. The man might not even be feeling her. He might say, no, I want to wait another 90 days. What's she going to do then? She's going to get mad? Go find somebody else?
No, I think they both should respect each other's opinion. They should both respect it. I mean, I believe in within boundaries. I still think if you're interested, and yeah, you may fall back with doing a few things that you normally would do for somebody that you really knew, but I wouldn't come out and just tell them.
How do we really know somebody? Because a lot of times we think we really know somebody, and guess what? We ain't even with that person. We so know.
Well, sometimes it happens like that.
Sometimes it could be the first day and you can get vile whiskey. You can do some things you ain't never did before. Might get introduced to some things you never heard of and whatever else.
Yeah, perhaps.
Well, I know in the meantime, in the waiting period, I'm gonna be doing some enticing stuff like free balling and doing some jumping jacks. I'm just, showing my whole package. I'll be doing all kinds of stuff to tempt you to want to do something with me.
Yeah, and
I'm a mess with you.
But like you said, JJ, a month is your line.
Most likely after a month, you gonna want to do something with me after a month anyway. You gonna want to disobey your 90-day rule, messing with me.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna be like, you know what? Let's throw that in the trash. Let's do something. Let's go. Let's get it on.
Let's make it happen, Captain.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I don't, to tell this person, I mean, I think it's an individual choice. And for whatever reason, maybe they've gotten left, a few times after giving it up quickly. Maybe they just want to try something different this time to make sure.
Maybe it's not the time period. Maybe it's something wrong with them. Maybe they maybe they consider that your personality needs some little tweaking a little bit. Maybe you're too stern about a few things, or maybe you were too loose about some things, but putting a time limit on stuff, that's not determining anything. Like Minister John said, you gotta look at things realistically from a real perspective. Really talk.
So I guess so that's the advice to give this young lady, that just kind of go with the connection and the flow. Not we're gonna
like she said, our time is ticking. We getting older. We don't have time. How many 90 days do we have to have?
I forgot about
how many
that
90
part.
days we got?
But she probably only got 60 left.
Right. So we how we know we got 90 days left to live?
Thank you, JJ. Thank you.
The thing what I'm saying is that
from the words of Babe, from the mouth of Babe.
Yeah, but it's like I said earlier, though, but even though she might be over 40, she might have some kids, she might not have some kids. She knows about her own sexuality.
That's right.
She's gonna either give it up when she wants to or not. It don't have to be on no 90-day schedule. Ooh. That's what she wants to do. Fine, that's what she wants to do, but she's got to understand that life is getting short. Live your life, have some fun, but don't no 90 days, especially if you may have a kid or two. You already experienced some things. Have some fun.
Yeah.
And some fun is giving it up on the first date?
No, I'm okay.
No, he didn't say
that. Could be, and I experienced that. Yep, I should. It was a lot of fun.
I'll say this, Donna. Let me say this. I have experienced more than once first date connections. So it can happen, but I'm saying that this person is a grown person. They might have kids and might not have kids, but they know about their own body. They know what they want to do.
That could be a fleshly connection.
Oh Lord. Okay, what if your heart is saying yes, but your calendar say no, you got 55 more days left. Hello.
I don't see how your heart can say yes after a first date.
Well, how can you say that? How can you say that a calendar can tell you, or a third date can tell you, or a fourth date can tell you?
Well, you gotta go with when you feel the time is right.
No, the only thing that tells you is your heart. It's an individual. It's your heart. Your heart can tell you the first date. Your heart can tell you if you talk on the phone. If you talking to someone on the phone, your heart tell you. Your heart gonna say, "Well, come on over. I ain't doing nothing. Stop playing because it's being done." Cordell, hello.
See, here's the thing that
it's not built on nothing solid and real. It's built on the flesh.
What you're saying is two things. One, can a man and a woman wait 90 days? The answer to that, they can if they want to. Two, what happens if the man really says to the woman, hey, you know what? I want to wait. I'm not feeling this right now. I'm gonna wait. Would she respect him? Or would she think something's wrong with her?
If the man wanted to wait, would she think something is wrong with her?
Yeah.
No, she wouldn't.
Okay.
It would
Let
be
me-
probably very attractive. It would be
Let me,
different.
let me share this with you. When I was 30, just before I got married, I had an experience with a lady.
Uh-huh.
She wanted to engage in a real intimate night.
Okay.
I said no. You know why I said no?
Why?
Because I wasn't feeling it.
You wasn't feeling her?
No, I wasn't feeling the occasion, the
The
night,
whole thing. That's right.
everything. I wasn't feeling it. You know what I heard 2 days later? I heard, how come? Why? What was wrong with me? Did I do something wrong? How come? No, I just wasn't feeling it. You know, the moment wasn't right. Wasn't right
Mhm.
for me. Maybe it was for her, but for me, it wasn't right.
And then they'd be like, you turned down all of this.
Yeah.
All of this, right?
That's right.
Excuse
But,
me,
You
but
turned down
you
all
JJ.
know,
of this.
but
Excuse me.
that
Excuse
reminds me. That reminds me in the line of reverse discrimination. See, you can hold back, and I shouldn't say a word. But
Right.
if I say no, I got to answer questions to why I did and this and that and everything else. And then I might not only that be accused of messing with somebody else. Hello.
John, you know what happened?
Not every woman looks at it like that.
I
I'm
didn't
telling
say
you.
every woman, Donna. We going
No,
with the
no, I
saying
didn't
you
say you
just said.
saying that.
We're
I'm
going
just
with
making
Cordell
I'm
saying.
making a
Let me
statement,
just-
John.
let
I'm
me
just
just
saying not
one thing.
every woman
This is
thinks like that.
Let me finish. This one person, this one woman, she accused me of being a cheater. But then again, I was gay because I didn't want to hit it. But then as I'm saying to her, hey, I'm not gay and I'm not a cheater, but this ain't right.
But you
So-
wasn't even in a relationship with her, right?
But that don't matter though.
So
It
how
don't
can you be a
matter.
cheater?
Here, I'm telling you, Donna, this is what I was accused of doing.
No.
But I'm being the nice guy by saying no. Right?
Right.
Being nice by saying no. I'm being chivalrous. So I'm not being a dog because if anything, I could have hit it, but I didn't want to because it wasn't right. So, but afterwards, I was called all these things because I didn't take the opportunity to do something that I didn't want to do.
Hmm.
And
So,
best believe she called sister girl on the phone and told
Yeah.
everything. It was like, what's that?
so,
Well, she was dealing with some issues, obviously, that went deeper than you.
you gotta see it from both sides sometimes. It's not always the woman being the victim.
Exactly.
Hey,
But you know, go Garrett trying to say something.
hey, menopause.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's true.
What did he say?
Menopause.
Whatever you say. I can't. Did anybody get that? What did he say?
I thought I missed it.
Menopause.
Yeah.
Menopause.
Okay, so she could be going through menopause.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Well,
you know, but a lot of things,
Yeah.
like based off what Cordell's saying, if you just hear like certain points, a lot of it like he said, even though it wasn't a relationship, you're called all this, it's always this, it's something, you know, it's just something that the cold part is there's no me moment, put it that way, for a man sometimes to be able to say no. no means no, or just no. You know,
Right. It was just,
our
kind of
answer is
weird.
to always be yes.
Yeah, it was kind
You
of weird
know,
because
and when
when
it's
you
no,
turn it
we now.
down, it's like, why? How come?
Mm-hmm,
What's wrong with you?
mm-hmm,
You don't like women? You don't like this? You don't like that? No, no, no. Ooh, you must be gay. What?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Because I don't want to do something with you? I have a
mm-hmm.
choice. But you tell me I don't have a choice? Get out of
Mm.
here. You
But
know?
she has a choice.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and I think that some women should, it's a two-way thing. Sometimes, like in Cordell's case, you do have where a man does not want to or want to wait or not feeling the vibe, the connection or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he falls away, don't see her no more. I don't know how you guys deal with that. I'm not a man. But it
I
could
know
go
that
both ways.
distinction.
And I get that. I'm not trying to make it a one-sided thing at
No,
all.
it don't go both ways. That's what
It
he's
could go
saying.
both ways. I
No,
mean,
when usually when women say they want to wait, for instance, let's just take that since that was the subject. They want to wait. Then that no matter what on the man's end, he's supposed to accept that without question in anything. But if a man says he wants to wait, then he has to answer a whole bunch of questions. So it doesn't go it
I
doesn't go
said
the
it
same.
goes both ways, John, meaning that it could be a man that says no sometimes, or it could be a woman. That's what I meant by that.
But what I'm saying is
It
the
can
only
go either way. That was the
the
point
only
I was
thing
making.
the only thing either way is that we can make the statement, but the rest of it that goes with it doesn't go the same way. All we could do is make the statement. I want to wait. That's all we could say.
That's what I'm saying. It goes either way. A man could want to wait or a woman could want to wait. I'm not talking about the circumstances or the issues behind it. I'm saying that a man could sometimes want to wait. And that's true. I'm agreeing with what Cordell was saying. It could go both ways.
that's why you shouldn't put a timetable on it. Just happen organically. Just just flow. It's just like saying, well, yeah, I was over at David's house, and next thing I know, we just did it, girl. Wow, like that? Yeah, just happened.
Oh,
It just
Cordell,
happened.
stop. We just
It
did it, girl.
it just
You act
happened.
like you was a fly on the wall hearing the conversation.
It just
We
happened.
just did it, girl.
It just happened. Yeah, it just happened. It
We
happened
was sitting on the
organically.
couch eating popcorn, and
It
all of
happened
a sudden we
organically.
was rolling on the floor, girl.
Yeah, it just happened. Yeah,
All of a sudden it fell in.
yeah,
Yeah, it just plopped in. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened. It just plopped in.
yeah.
Come on now. Come on.
Through all those clothes, it just flopped in.
Even through the spanks and everything.
You guys being funny. But I just think that, this person, it's a personal thing. And perhaps they should talk about it. And if it's not for the man that's trying to approach her in this situation, then he should just back on away. Then if he doesn't want to, he's not into the 90-day thing, he's not into the time frame thing, he's whatever, then just let it go. Don't sit back and say, I'm just not going to do this, I'm only going to do that. I'm not. No, if that's not for you, because she's telling you for whatever reason, either she got past issues, trust issues, or she's not feeling pretty stable with you guys right now, not knowing if it's gonna be lasting or not. And personally, she just wants to give it a little more time instead of just rolling in the hay quickly. So it has to be respected, or you got to move on and go down there to Jezebel that's gonna give it to you in 15 minutes.
Well, I'll say this: if a woman approached me and told me, hey, I really do like you a lot, but I'm gonna wait 90 days before I be intimate with anybody. I'll say, okay, I can respect that. You let me know where you are. I'm not pressuring you. I'm not saying anything about sex at all. To me, it's a bonus. But the thing would be, after 90 days, somebody's going to have some expectations of something happening. Either he is or she is. But at that point in time, it's going to happen organically without nobody bringing it up.
Right.
Mhm.
It's
So-
not like you're gonna set the alarm clock and mark the calendar and
Well,
say on
depending-
this day, the
depending-
15th, we gonna do it.
Depending on one of the two people involved, depending on the personality, depending on what their needs are, it could be that way. Could be a mark date on the calendar. That's all the date they're waiting on is that date. And that date comes, that date doesn't happen, it's gonna be a downer, a spoiler. Because that person getting what they agreed upon, it's like, hey, it changes the dynamics of their relationship. I know you're shaking your head, but this is true. This is like, hey, I'll loan you some money after 90 days. I want you to pay me. You say, no, I'll pay you in 120 days. You kidding me? What? I was waiting 90 days. Now I gotta wait another 30 days to get my money. Come on, man.
That ain't the same thing. Courtney.
I like that analogy.
It is the same thing. It is the same thing, Donna. Because 90 days is a hard date on the calendar. 90 days is a hard date. So even
Tangible. You can
though
see
I
it.
don't bring it up in 90 days may elapse. It might be 100 days. I say, hey, baby, let's go do this thing in the back room. Well, I ain't ready yet. So what am I supposed to do? Get mad at her? She ain't ready. But she agreed on 90 days. So now, me as a man, I could say, hey, you know what? You said 90 days. It's 100 days. I waited 10 more days. Now what?
Or consider this. She might, okay, so let's say she proposes the 90 days to a dude, right? And he's cool with it, right? You ever watch that show Girlfriends that came out in the early 2000s? Okay,
Yeah, the one had the 90-day thing.
Okay, so Joan had a 90-day thing. She gets with the dude is cool with it. She's wondering why the dude is cool with it. She don't understand. She talks to her girlfriend. They're like, he gotta be gay. Something wrong with him.
Exactly. That's right, JJ. You right.
Go to find out.
That's the same thing we're saying.
Go to find out. The reason why he was cool with it is because he had a sex addiction, and so he was cool with the 90 days. So he could abstain from sex. So he was cool with being with her. But she wants to know like how many partners he had. She go to find out he had 300 sex partners. So she decided, oh, I don't want to be with you no more. She broke it off with him.
So his body count was up, huh?
So like I'm saying, there's an episode for this. This exact scenario.
Wow.
And you know, you basically the moral of the story is people can never be satisfied. If they put all these rules up and everything, not everybody gonna be satisfied.
JJ. Like I said earlier, out the mouth of babes.
Well, you know what?
Out the mouth of babies. Look at that.
Maybe I'm just like my mother.
This woman needed our help, and we you know, I guess we've said enough to
With no fly, huh?
you know, put some things on the mind, but it's still an individual choice, and I think that she should be straight up with the person and let them know. And I feel that if it doesn't work for him, he should move on.
She needs to
Because
follow
this is
her
what
heart.
she wants to do. So
She needs to follow her heart on how she feels, and not and not the calendar.
And I would like a follow-up as well on this story.
Because her heart may not be there for 2 years. And so what you're going to do, live in misery and feel that you haven't received what you're supposed to
Well,
receive?
some people want to
Follow
wait until
your
they get
heart, girl.
married. Some people want to wait until marriage. So if 2
And that's
years is
based
what
on their
it
heart.
takes, it takes. It's if you want to deal with waiting the 2 years. Some people say, oh, heck, like JJ say, a month is enough for him. So if somebody came to him saying, I want to wait till I get married and shit, they not ready to marry you in 6 months or a year. Still waiting,
If
right?
somebody came to me and said, I want to wait until I get married, if I don't have that same, if I, let's say I have this, I feel that I want to marry this person anyway. Okay, so I'm good on that. But if we just kicking it and we being affectionate, then all of a sudden, I'm getting aroused and this and that because we probably petting and everything else, and then you tell me you want to wait this certain time or whatever. Now I'm gonna tell you, if I'm ready to go there, it's gonna kind of be. I'm gonna want to know what's going on or what have you, and I'm probably only gonna wait so long because it's like you. I don't know. I still have this problem with numbers. People want to depend on numbers. I just have a problem with that.
And that's understandable. I mean, that's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Glad
Okay, well, I hope we've helped that person, numbers and all, and I hope it works out. And I definitely will try to reach out to them, JJ, and see what the follow-up would be. I mean, if they'd like to share with me that they
Yeah, I hope we
they
weren't too
renege
brutal
on the
today.
90-day or did they
That'd be nice to have a follow-up show on updates because I still waiting on the update from that one about homeboy taking care of everything and old girl sending that money to the jailhouse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now that one was deep wonder.
Yeah.
They never did get back with me about that, but that was deep right there. Because he had a big problem with that because I mean, who wouldn't, right?
The red, you need to do a book. Act like a man and think like a woman.
Oh, you know what? Ain't nobody gonna act like no man and think like no woman.
See that? Now you see that, Cordell? They didn't have a
Yeah,
problem with that.
I hear it. I hear it.
And this leads back to the reverse discrimination.
Ain't nobody gonna do that.
See,
Yeah,
I caught that. So happy.
Hey, you guys, let me ask you guys this. Can you still get a divorce if the other person denies doing so?
Yeah.
So if one person is saying, no, I don't want to divorce you, and they ain't signing no papers, they ain't doing it, can you legally still divorce them?
Yeah.
Through the courts because they're gonna call them to. They have a no shows or whatever or default no answer. They don't give no answer to their divorce. Their divorce, the judge will say, "I declare you divorced."
That's it.
That's the
But
bottom
what
line.
okay, so you're saying
You
if
can get divorced
somebody
without
served
telling.
you, if somebody served you divorce papers and you looked at them and you saying, oh no, I'm not divorcing you. And then it's a court date on there and you don't show up for court, it's going to be automatically granted as a divorce?
No, they'll send the papers. They'll send like how you do it. Okay, like in evictions, for instance, they receive what is being placed against them, and it's up to them to file the answer to it. And if they don't file the answer, now they might give them another time. And if them things aren't met, then by default, that person is going to lose. Just, I know someone who done been divorced. Did she done win the divorce? Me, I ain't signed no damn paper, but yeah, especially
So if you
go to
file
court
the answer
with
though, the
enough. If you
answer.
go to, then you come to court and you come to court. Now you file the answer. The court date's given. You don't and you don't make it to court. Same thing. You make it to court, then you come and they'll discuss it.
Well,
But
what
other
if you
than
make
that,
it to court?
then that's what he gonna say. Then why y'all want to divorce? And that's where everything gonna come out. And if you don't show up and they present the evidence, say, oh, the person they say, oh, it was infidelity or whatever, please, and you ain't coming to try to defend yourself, that's considered what's the word before it of guilt? What you call it, Cornell?
Admission of guilt.
Yes, admission of guilt. Thank you,
Admission
JJ.
of guilt.
Yep. And I
I
know
know a
some
little
women
bit of
who I
law.
know
I know a
some
little
women I
bit.
know a couple who went through that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember years ago, the person had to, they had to agree upon it or something.
That was in the past. Yeah, yeah, that's why divorces ended up being murderous. Or
because you
they
won't let
back
that
to the
person
law.
go, and that person
Yeah.
wants to be done with you, and you still
Yeah.
holding on.
That's why you had situations like War of the Roses where they had to share the same house and all of that. So that's what I
Things
was
have
That's coming down
definitely
to the
changed.
asset. That's coming down to the asset.
Assets. Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. But if you go and if you just saying I want a divorce, you know they're gonna want to know why are we granting a divorce? And if you go and talking about like infidelity, and this person is not trying to sign, but now you got to understand you're making the claim, so it's up to you to have to present the burden of proof. But so you got this, and that's why people hire private investigators. They hire these investigators, they gather the information, they go to court, and because they know the other person ain't going to do anything, but they still doing what they're doing, and they go to court and they find themselves. You actually put yourself in the worst position by not tending to that, because now you might lose everything.
Yep, that's right.
You should see how many. I'm putting it on the women. You can look. You can probably Google how many women have not received anything in a divorce because of loss by default. Things that they were entitled to, did not receive because of default. Check it out. It's a real thing. And the only reason it comes with the paperwork and certain things, like Cordell said about assets and stuff, but it's any time you're filing anything, even if you want to make a claim towards a property, anything, you either, you do it in probate, but then you got to make an announcement. You got to put that in the announcement section of the newspapers. It got to run because the person needs to be made of knowledge. Every effort needs to be made to make this person knowledgeable of what's going on. That's why people are served and stuff like that. That's
Right.
just to say, this is for you to know that this person is doing this to you. That's all that is.
Yeah,
And it's up to
it
you
used to be you
answer
had
it or
to put
not.
an ad in the paper when you couldn't find the other spouse, and
Some of the things you still have to do it. You still have to run, especially if it's in probate or something. You still have to put that. You still have to do your ads. You can go look in the whistle call it now. In announcements to this day. You go look in announcements to this day, and you're gonna see all them stuff up there. So and so versus so and so. So and so versus this one. For this and for that and for this and for that. Like this, y'all. Like that. I was waiting for you, JJ. Like this is that. Like this.
Hey, like this, like that, like this, and that. Okay, got
wow.
you.
Not to get y'all off track, but we're gonna end it in a minute, is wrap it up. But you guys, what do you think about having an affair with somebody that stays in your same apartment complex or right next door?
Don't do it.
No, what? Why should it don't matter if they next door in your complex? Why are you having an affair? Now we gotta see. So look at
Why have an affair?
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Why are we?
I knew JJ would say, yeah.
It sounds like fun.
Don't do it.
If you're having an affair, should you have with the one next door or just somebody? You shouldn't
If
have an
they're in
affair
your
at
apartment
all.
complex or next door.
You shouldn't have an affair at all. So it don't matter if they. I don't care if they rent a room out the same building. You in the same house you live in. No.
They'll marry you
Period.
out there.
Or ask Garrett. Tell Garrett wife to come in there and ask her if it'll be okay. Will it be okay if he have an affair with the neighbor or the one down the street? What would she prefer?
Okay, well, let's change it. Maybe
Hey,
not
you-
affair, but
here's-
someone
here's-
that you
here's the
are.
thing that I find funny. First, we talked about divorce, right? Now we're talking about affairs. Come on now.
No, I'm just saying, okay, it could be affairs or it could be just getting with somebody that lives next door or, you know, in your apartment complex.
That's just like
Now,
saying
that's
that
different.
you date somebody at work. Same thing.
John says it's different. Why is it different? They still live.
Because an affair is different. But
You
if I'm
got
just
wife.
getting with people, that's different. I can get to, if I'm living a single life, I can get the one downstairs, upstairs, to the right, to the left, across in the next building down the street.
But some
in
people say
Sacramento,
no,
in
they say to do it in your same hood like that is
Oh,
bad
please.
news.
Now, come on. Who here ain't dated in their hood? Who here ain't dated in their hood?
That's
Come
where
on.
all fish is.
I met my
I'm
first
gonna go to the same fishing pond. That's where
My
all fish
first-
is.
Come on, man. Let's start when I was 16. I don't think, well, I did go out the hood, but I stayed in the hood too. But
Yeah.
put it this way, I stayed in San Francisco. Come
That's where all
on.
fish is at, right?
Thank you.
But
Why
not
go
next door or in your apartment
Why
complex.
not? Because I know how they bite. I live on that lake. What you talking about?
That's the best way.
Oh Lord, I
know
think
when the-
y'all
I
done
know
had
when the
too
wind
much
blows.
tonight. Y'all done had too much.
Oh, girl.
I don't know what to say about John and Cordell. It's been a
You my
little.
neighbor. You my
No,
neighbor.
we're just sharing life's experiences.
It's for real. I know just what wall to tap on that went in the room that you in to let you know. Come on.
Some people say they just like never do it at work. They would say,
Oh,
why
please.
get with somebody that's right? Because they're gonna be seeing people coming in and out of your apartment. They gonna be, I'm not talking about relationship.
So,
I'm talking about somebody you just slept with.
so it's my apartment. And look here, when the rent thing come, I don't see nobody else's name on there but mine. What I do in my apartment, hell, you might come to the door and I say, "Oh, give me 5 so I can get this one dressed and get her up out of here. You come on in." Well, I'll come down. I'll come. You come to my door and I knock on my door. I'll be like, "Give me 10 minutes and I'll come knock on yours. Let you know when it's due."
Where they do that at?
They'll do it right in the apartment complex where I live. If that was the
my
case,
God.
if that was the case, right?
No, that's player back daddy Big
No.
T back
This
daddy.
is the Heartbreak Hotel.
Hotel Rwanda.
I wish I would be coming behind somebody when they leave. Come on over. You all.
You know the cold part? A lot of times, how many times can you say in the absolute that you never came behind somebody? Hello.
Oh, I don't be coming behind nobody. Let me tell you.
It depends on what time you arrive.
I don't do that.
You arrive
That's
at
why
9.
respectfully, I ain't coming over at midnight. 11 o'clock, 1
arrive
o'clock.
okay, you can arrive at 6 o'clock and they done left at 5.
No, I don't deal with that. I don't
But
do
you
that.
don't know they left at 5.
I don't do that. I know what's happening with mine.
You don't know
I
they
know
left at
what be
5.
happening with mine.
You don't know because she lived right next door.
Trust
so
me.
it was easy for her
They
to
ain't
leave.
gonna even
Hey,
want to be
hey,
looking
John.
that way. Trust.
Cordell, come on,
John.
Cordell.
That sounds like a lady that's in denial.
Thank you.
No denials here. No denials here. Anyway,
Okay.
grown folks, we're gonna have to wrap it up. But this is table talk. This is what we do. We just have fun. We bounce it off. Sometimes they work me. But this is how we do it. JJ, you want to hit that at the end?
Yeah, I'm thinking you want to hit that one more time.
This is the Donna Smith Show. We're going to see you guys back. Not next Sunday, you will be getting a classic recording. I will be a little under the weather that weekend, having a procedure, but I will be doing the show during the week one day. So just look out for me to send the email. I mean, the message that the show will either be Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. I'll let you guys know. We're going to gauge it on how I'm feeling, okay? But there will be a recorded show on Sunday. All right. So we going to see y'all next week sometime.
Think about it. We gonna lay it on the table. We gonna lay it on the table. The Donna Smith Show.
So here we go. Here we go.
This is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show. And this is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show.
Come on, Gareth. You still can get in there.
This is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show.
Bye,
Courtesy of JJ Shepherd, y'all. All right. Thank you, guys. Peace and love. Thank you, panel.
Have a good
being
week.
here. Thanks for my viewing audience. We're going to see you next time, okay?